This time it's working. Here we go. All right. So strange. I know I'm live, people. I know I am, but it's giving me a delay and all of that. So I just can't win no matter what I try. Okay, let me just talk to my office here. I need feedback. If you guys tell me that everything's fine, I'll ignore what I see. Okay. Hello? No, it's delayed for me. Okay. Yeah, so delayed. No, it's delayed for me. I can't do this. All right, I need feedback. Okay. Call back. Hey, all right. So at this moment, can you see me and hear exactly what I'm saying to you? Okay. Okay. Okay, great. Thank you, because this is so bad because it's all delayed. So I'm gonna go ahead and I just have to pretend that I can see and all of that. I'll just look at your comments instead. Okay, thank you. All right, so it's the strangest thing. I mean, it's like I'm looking at a video of someone who's done it already and it's way delayed and it's a mess. It's just a mess. All right, but at least you can see and you can hear, so we're going to go ahead. Now, let me tell you why this is happening. Because I'm about to tell you something about yourself that you don't know. Maybe. I don't think you know, but some of you might. This is high level information that I'm about to share. And that is why this is all happening. I used to do these lives by myself for a long, long time, years and years and years, no problems. All right, so Firefox had a huge issue, and then Brave is now having a strange issue where I can't see you. All right, so anyway, I'll be able to do this. All right. Okay, so for the, what, 5th time? Here we go. Welcome to Tressy Track. It's scary here. All right, so we'll just wipe out all the other tries and pretend this never happened. Happy Q Day, everyone. All right, so before we get going into that, I just want to read you something. Someone alerted me that I should look at the lyrics from the YMCA song because President Trump just played it at the rally to close the rally and has not done that for a very long time. And so we did a decode on it. And so if you look at the lyrics, it's like, there's no need to feel down. Pick yourself up off the ground because you're in a new town. A new town, huh? I wonder what that is. There's no need. Oh, let me see. I got to get rid of Telegram here. I love you, Telegram. You just can't have the beeps. All right. There's no need to be unhappy. There's a place you can go when you're short on your dough. There's a new town. I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. All right. Let's see. I got to scroll down here. I was once in your shoes. I said I was down and out with the blues. I felt no man cared if I were alive. I felt the whole world was so jive. That's when someone came up to me and said, take a walk up the street. There's a place. that you can get help, right? Okay, so we did a decode on Newtown. Free will, JFK Jr.'s Q. Trump card. What is the trump card, right? Documents. Get ready right now. Keep the faith. Guardian angel. The beginning. Sovereign. Okay? So there's always a reason for everything he does, right? And nothing is a coincidence. Nothing is just happened or is chance. That's why all the glitches tonight are a sign to me that I am going to blow your mind and I will not be stopped. Okay? So I'm going to tell you what happened last night. So I've been having visitations from angels and really incredible things have been happening. I'm asking for it. All right. So I know in my gematria it says that Archangel Gabriel watches over me, and I had some incredibly spiritual friends in the past who saw them, and my one friend broke down and bawled. He said they're huge, and I've never seen that high ranking of an angel with anyone. And so I have been saying, well, Gabriel is a messenger angel, and I know you have a message for me. I've been seeing the message in the gematria like crazy, but I would really like to hear from you. And that night I had visitation from many angels, and they gave me a golden elixir to drink. You know, I felt like it was an activation, a promotion, maybe even sustenance to carry me through or to prepare me for my new position on the other side. And so I was praying last night with a very serious prayer group. This group has been with me for years. They are not your norm. They are not religious, quote, religious. They are spiritual Jesus lovers who are prophetic. So when we pray together, we don't pray out of our minds at all. I hate that kind of prayer. It's your opinions, your agenda, and your human reasoning. Okay. I don't like that kind of prayer. I won't let people pray for me who use that kind of prayer. I want to pray the mind of God. I want to pray the thoughts of God. And so we don't just blurt out whatever we're thinking. We wait. And when something comes to us, it quickens us. And we know, like, we can't wait till we just wait till the next person to get done, and then we power through it, you know. And it was like bam, 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 and we were praying for you. I called that prayer meeting. I said, I need help, because I can hear the cries of the tribe, the weariness. I can feel it. And I have always known how to do it in a healthy way. You bring it up and you bring it out like that. But it had become like so big and so heavy that I wanted to be your voice. I told them, I want to release their cries. And so we began to pray. And each person that prayed, I knew it was prophetic. I knew it was the heart of God, and he was hearing us. And we were all sobbing. Every word that came out of my mouth came out with just strong tears and emotion for you. And we were saying, hasten the day, shorten the days, that we can go forward into the promised land. And if you know the Bible, there's precedence in the Bible, then we can also do it. They moved the hands of time before, right? That's what I was asking for. I said, if you have given me a position in this army, which has been well established, Hi. Nope. Uh, it's the neighbor. What else? Yeah, it's not going to work. Maybe I better text him so he won't bother me again. Okay. Sorry. What else, right? Okay. I'm right in the middle of a live meeting on Zoom. I'm actually looking at the Zoom screen so that I won't hate the screen because it doesn't move. All right. Okay, so I'm counting on my team to tell me that things are still good. All right. Okay. Looks like everything's all right. Okay. Okay. Regrouping. And what happened during that prayer meeting was that I would be thinking something and someone else would pray it. A thought. Someone would have a vision and I would pray it and they'd say, I just saw that. That's how powerful this was. And it went on for an hour and a half. And we were praying for you. And there was one point that I saw you and I felt that you could hear my prayers or feel them or feel the effects of them. One of the three. If you felt anything like that, will you put it in the comments? And as soon as I saw that vision of you, one of the people praying said, I just saw a vision. Your people can hear you. Your people are aware that you're praying for them. They can feel their heaviness lift off of them. So I want to hear from you if you did. Did you feel a higher frequency? Did you feel lighter? Did you suddenly have more hope? All right. Why? If you did, why? Okay, so many of you know that the White Hats have taken me on a investigation of who I am. It said right in the gematria, she is unaware of who she is. Oh, yes, and that was true. That was so true. And so they fed me crumbs because they wouldn't tell me. They said, you must find it out for yourself. And so I went on a deep dive every day for 3 months. It's going on 3 months, I think. And hours and hours a day. And my staff, many of them, most of them volunteers, took all of my work off of me so that I could find out who I was. And every single revelation of that discovery that I found took my breath away to the point almost hyperventilating, not quite, but lots of tears and oh my gosh, and then calling somebody, for prayer to figure it out, just to even, I don't understand. It's okay. It's okay that I don't understand, but I need to talk it out. It's the things that the deep state hid from us. I guess they even said that I died because of my destiny and my calling and what I will do on the other side. There was a contract out on my life, and I dreamt it for at least a decade, if not more. I've told you that before, where I was abducted. And then the one time they shot at my car and I did a neo move and I just missed the bullet. And they told me after the fact that it was meant for me. And I'm positive that all of that was real. It wasn't just dreams. God was showing me, and I didn't understand. And so it was God, the angels, and perhaps the white hats that protected me. And when I came onto Telegram, I was told the white hats are in your chat and they are protecting you, and there is someone watching over you. And I now know who that is. So now that I have gone on this trail of self-discovery, God began to speak to me about you. All right, so let me tell you some of the things it says in my gematria. In the stacks and stacks of gematria that I have, I am totally convinced of who I am now. It says, she made a fool of the CIA. How? Because I was invincible. They couldn't touch me because of my angels, because of God, because of prophetic insight, because I would know things. I squealed on them several times. I discovered who was doing anthrax back at the time of 9/11 and turned them in. I got the full name of the guy who was making it, and many other things. And so, I mean, I was like, wow, really? I made a fool of the CIA? So did you. I'm going to prove it to you. It says she's not mind controlled in my decodes. Mind control doesn't work on me. She defeated demons. She defeated Satan. She canceled the plans of the enemy, of the devil. Those are all in my gematria. So now, let's talk about you. Who are you anyway? Why do you follow me? Why do you like to hear what I have to say? It is spiritually discerned what I have to say. What does that say about you? You like the sound that comes out of my mouth. And I did a decode on my voice, and it said, fifth dimension, Fibonacci sequence. So what does that say about you? That you like the sound of my voice. It means that you have bionic eyes and ears. You know and recognize and love the sound of the Fibonacci sequence of the fifth dimension. It's a sound. It's a special sound, a frequency that's coming out of me. Why do you like it? It says something about your ability to hear and see. Who are you anyway? You're not normal. You're not earthly. I used to think it was we formed a tribe because of what we suffered, like-minded people who all suffered the same thing, and we found people that understood us. But it's way beyond that. And God told me this about you. It's the law of attraction. Like spirits attract like spirits. Who are you anyway? You're a higher life form. You live on a higher frequency. You follow your heart, your spirit, instead of your human reasoning. Sometimes things I say don't make sense to you, but yet you feel that it's true and you want it. Why? Your spirit is connected to the Spirit of God, and you are in touch with it. And so then you hear me and you know. God says, my sheep hear my voice. Well, I've been told for years, decades, that God speaks through me. When I play my flutes, I'm well aware that his breath blows through me. I can feel it, and it feels so good. It feels like a river of life blowing through me, so I get to enjoy it on the way out. There have been times when it blew so strong, I was propelled forward. Times I felt like I was off the ground. I wasn't, but my spirit was. And there were times when people in the front row, all of them at once, just went backwards in their seats, like something hit them. Not everybody's aware when I play, or, I can always tell when someone's on that level because they'll cry when I sing or play. Other people, they could care less. Why? Because they don't have that sound. They don't recognize the sound of that frequency. We speak the same language. It's another dimension. And many of you have been changed by the words and the direction and the teaching that I have relayed on behalf of God. You see, I'm an ambassador of love for the King. You are kingdomites. And it goes way beyond that. So you made a fool of the CIA. You made a fool of the cabal. Do you realize that? You beat them. They were sure they had you. They tried everything imaginable, that there was no way of escape. There was no way of escape except through the spirit realm. And you found the door. You kept looking and looking, and you didn't stop until you heard the sound that was the right frequency to follow. You are not mind controlled. Mind control does not work on you. There may be some who started following me for intel. They didn't last long. When I realized it, especially the woman who said, cut the fluff and get to the intel. And I went, how about if we just never give any more? That's how I felt. Because that's not why I came. I was sent. I was sent to comfort and to stabilize and to resuscitate and to help people make it to the finish line, because God loves you so intensely. He sent someone who could hear his voice. Like I walk around every day. I know his voice. I can hear his voice. I don't have to go spend a whole bunch of time praying and fasting to know what he wants, because we're one. I am in him and he is in me, and I know, all the time. You defeated demons in the last 4 years. They fled from you. You defeated Satan himself. You canceled the plans of the devil. Who are you? We are the champions of the world. It does not even yet appear what you shall be. But if you do a deep dive in the gematria, you're going to be shocked at who you are. It is way bigger than you could ever imagine. So why did my song for the Patriots, remember that? Months and months ago. And if you haven't heard it, you need to. We'll repost it. If my staff would do that for me, repost it on all the social media platforms. It was your song. It was a song about your heart and your life. How in the world was I able to come up with one song that fit? I don't know how many people watched that, 50, 75,000 people, and everyone is sobbing, and a lot of people use it to go to sleep with at night. How did that happen? Because we are fifth dimension people. If you heard that song, it touched you, you cried, then you have bionic ears to hear the Fibonacci sequence and understand the feelings and the aura or the atmosphere of the fifth dimension. It's a high spiritual place of intimacy with God. I need you to know who you are, and God needs you to know who you are. Don't let anybody take that away from you. Enjoy it. Understand it. And it's hard to understand, but you'll get more and more understanding the more you search the treasure book for who you are. Some people don't like the numbers. They feel like it's demonic or new agey or something. But the whole Bible is built on it. Every letter has a corresponding number. That's the whole system of the gematria. That's why Q uses it. That's why the white hats use it. They're working with God. It is the language of God. And when I came on the scene, I knew nothing about gematria, nothing. But do you remember me saying? The Bible is a code book, and I've decoded it. God showed me a way to do it without the numbers, but now the numbers are confirming everything he ever told me in my way of decoding the Bible. It's a treasure map. It's a roadmap. It shows you the path of life. There's a verse that says he will show you the path of life. And when you get to the end, in his right hand are pleasures forever. What kind of pleasures? Everything you need and desire. Everything. He said, I've already given you all things that pertain to life and godliness. He's not the type of father to say no to his children. And because you heard the sound, you recognized the sound coming out of my mouth, it proves you know the voice of God who speaks through me. That means you are his offspring. The offspring of God. You were made in his exact likeness. So you beat the cabal. You beat the CIA. How'd you do that? I got to make sure my office is telling me everything's okay. Still good. All right. All right. So how did you do that? It's the choices you made. You live in love, light, truth. You recognize truth when you hear it. Spirituality and heart over mind. Heart over mind. There's a lot of things that didn't make sense along the way in this journey, right? That's partly why we're so weary, because we can't figure it out. And they told us we never would be able to, didn't they? So we have to let that go and just take what is truth. When this is all over, and that could be tomorrow. I'm not guaranteeing, I'm just saying it's very possible it could be tomorrow. History will remember you. And legends will be written about you. You are known in heaven. You are known by the white hats. Oh, you're those people that raised over $110,000 and helped over 120, 130 people to not lose their belongings, their lodging, their car, their house. Yeah, you are. It will be remembered about you. They gave out of what little they had to help others. You were the ones who believed God against all odds and found money. We had all kinds of reports of people saying, oh my gosh, I did what you said and I believed and I expected and I got it. And they just wiped out my bill. Or, I found $2,000 on unclaimedmoney.gov. We helped each other find loopholes, and we had negotiators who fought for you and helped you. We couldn't do everything, but we did the best we could. We helped a lot of people, and it will be remembered about you. TRESSY'S will go down in history. I told you before, God said you are his secret weapons. What are you? 70? 65? Got health problems? Your whole family deserted you and abandoned you, and you've been all alone. Even your friends left you. You may have lost a spouse in this war, but here you are. You're still here. You're still standing. You're still hanging on to God, and you still hear on a high frequency level. Who are you? You are God's mighty ones. You are just like the mighty men of King David, just like them. This is miraculous what you have accomplished at your age. You're an overcomer. You're a miracle worker. This is a miracle what you've done. You're a warrior. Did you ever think you'd be in the military at this age? But you were. You were. You were the boots on the ground. I said it, and it pops up in my gematria. So many things I told you showed up in my gematria. How is that possible? Because it's God's book. It's God's method. You are light workers, light broadcasters, even if no one will listen. He told whoever would, and they will remember your words. You are a chosen race, a highly favored people by God. You look like him. You got his eyes. And you act like him. And you hear like he does. And he loves the sound of your voice. Talk about frequency. He loves to hear you laugh. You have his power in you, either unused or partially used. And you've begun to practice using it in the last 4 years. All it takes is practice. I heard from someone who said, I've followed everything you said, and I'm still not being able to download money, but it takes practice. And the other thing is tenacity. You don't give up. You keep looking and expecting because he said yes. You don't give up after 3 tries, right, Arlie? Talk about tenacity. One of the people we helped with the cabal hit so hard over and over and over, it gave her a stroke. And then they took away any kind of money that she needed for therapy. Did she give up? No. She hit back over and over and over and over, and she won everything. I love that lady. High frequency, gift of faith, supernatural faith. And the whole time that I have been imparting comfort and encouragement to you, I also wanted to teach you how I did it, how I lost everything that I held dear, everything. And there was nothing in the matrix for me to grab hold of. And so I just went this way. And I learned how to download anything I needed. It was a step-by-step process, but I did it. And then I was able to tell you how I did it and how you could also do it. And many of you did it. And I heard God speaking through me last night. He said, tell him to just do it. Just do it. Do it. Do it. Do it. I heard him saying that. And then it showed up in my gematria. And then one of the trekkers who has helped us and volunteered before sent me a message this morning. Do it. I'm going, sweetheart, do you know what you just did? She goes, no, but I was like, why am I doing this? And the gematria was very meaningful. Mm-hmm. This was all training, you see. Training for reigning. Exercising your God muscles. Your ability to be like him. He wants you to act like it. Just do it. Just do it. On this side. This was our chance. It was a chance. It wasn't a delay. It was a training. Man, did I grow during this time. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. And what God said to me to tell you is, call those help numbers again. I don't care if you've called them 2 or 3 times. My staff's going to put those numbers in. I'm so sorry, you guys. Didn't give you any warning. 211, you're going to call that number. Well, they said they were out of funds. I don't care. God told me to tell you to call them again. Call them again. Call them again. They might be out, but not for you. Do you hear me? Remember when Jesus was in the boat with the disciples and they had fished all night and they caught nothing? And he says, cast your nets on the other side. And they're like, really? But we already did that. He goes, cast your nets on the other side. Do it again. Do it. Just do it. Bam. They almost sunk the ship with the amount of fish. God, we interceded for you last night. God said, call it again and expect that they're going to give it to you if they don't give it to anybody else. Benefits.gov. Did you try it before? Try again. Do it. Do it now. That's what he told me to tell you. Because you're highly favored. You expect it like Arlie does, and you will find the door. You will find the right agent who will help you. Some of you heard my story when I had lost everything. The IRS was coming after me and creditors. And I'd had a nervous breakdown. I was broken. My adrenals were almost gone. And the IRS called me and said, we froze your bank account. But I had checks sent for bills already, and they were going to bounce. And I told him, and I was shaking and sobbing and hyperventilating on the phone with the IRS. And he said, now, honey, you know Jesus loves you, right? I went, yes. He goes, and you know he would never leave you or forsake you, right? Right? Okay, we're going to put the money back now. We're going to unfreeze your account now. Okay. God loves you. I go, yeah. Well, then someone dropped the ball and did not unfreeze the account. And I'm like, oh no, I won't get that same person again. Oh no. And so I called and I got a lady. And once again, she was tough, and I started to hyperventilate and panic attack and cry. And she says, now you know Jesus loves you, right? I went, wait, is this the IRS? She goes, yes, it is. And you know that that's all I can say. We'll unfreeze it now. Why? Because you are highly favored. That's what he does for people who lean on him. And in your weakness, his strength is made perfect. Weakness is not a problem. It's a sign that his strength is doing the whole thing. You are not forsaken. You are not alone. You are not without benefit and need. I mean, what you need. It says, knock, and the door will be opened. Seek, and you will find. Ask, and it will be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together. Let's put some more in. And running over. And it will come from a surprise way that you hadn't planned. So that's how you have to just expect it from anywhere, even money on the ground. Psalms 36:7, how precious is your loving devotion, O God, that the children of men take refuge in the shadow of your wings. And last night, I saw his wings stretched out over you, and you were hidden and protected and provided for. We feast on the abundance of your house, and you give them drink from your river of delights. We're not just survivors. We're warriors of a higher dimension. This whole thing is what they wanted to hide from us, who we really were. Sometimes you feel so weak. You could relate to the 10 lepers in the Bible who, when the city was besieged and everyone was starving, and they thought, well, we're going to starve here, or if we could go to the enemy's camp, maybe they'll just feed us. If not, maybe they'll kill us and we'll get us out of our misery. And so they head on over to the enemy's camp. And they got there. The enemy had fled. And they ate and ate and ate. And they took the jewels and the money and the clothes. And then they started feeling bad that they weren't sharing with the people in the town. But why did the enemy flee from them when they're just weak, helpless lepers? God himself sent a sound of the ground under their feet quaking. He moved the earth. He moved heaven and earth on their behalf because of their cry. That's you. You're just like that. You don't have to be any bigger, more important, stronger than a weak leper. And you can move mountains, scatter the enemy, and beat the CIA and the cabal. So the phone lines are going to quake when you call 211. But try again, you're going to get the right person. Or suddenly, a foundation, which is where we're at right now, there are foundations that are dumping money into those agencies right now. Expect it. Who are you? Do you know who you are? I hope you're beginning to understand. Think about the Matrix movie. Neo was blown out of his mind when they started to explain the real world to him. He couldn't, well, he's like, no. Oh, I can't accept this. It's outside of my paradigm. It's outside of my box. But finally, they got through to him. And he learned to run from the enemy, just like everybody else. That's what they taught him. Run. And all of a sudden, one day, he turned around and he went, no. And they said, they were watching him and they were like, what is he doing? And Morpheus says, he's beginning to believe. And that was the beginning of his superhuman experience, where he broke all the laws of physics and nature, and he began to be superhuman, who he was created to be. He was like the firstborn of many. So it's never too late. And you're never too old. And don't forget, the cabal also lied to you about your age. You are not your age. On the Julian calendar, you are much younger, anywhere from 4 to 15 years younger than what they say you are. I wonder if they did that so that you would give in to the idea of old age sooner and they could get rid of you faster. Do a deep dive in the gematria. What you do is you put in to that search a thought, don't make it too long, and it can't be one word because then you won't get much. Any thought, try to make it short. Whatever comes to you, your first and middle name, your first and last name, who you're associated with, your future, ask a question, as long as it's short. And then go on a dive. When you find one that's like, oh my gosh, yes, 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 you find all of these, copy and paste them into a document or hand write them into something. But then stay on that page and click on every single one that your spirit leaped at. The cabal did infiltrate it, but that's why it's spiritually discerned. Your spirit knows the ones to click on. It's just like the Bible. Did the deep state get in and mess with the Bible? Yes. Did they ruin it? No. Even in the gematria, it says it's still powerful. It still can be used as a guidebook, a code book. They couldn't possibly ruin the whole thing. They didn't. So if you rejected the whole thing, you did yourself a disservice. Same with the gematria. It's the same thing. Did they ruin the gematria calculator? No, they didn't. Your spirit will know which ones are right. And you get those, and then you click on that and see where that takes you. And then you get all of those that fit and keep going. And after a while, you begin to see a pattern. You'll find the things that they keep saying about you over and over and over and over, as opposed to others that just show up randomly. That means someone you know you're associated with is that one. Okay. And then what I did was I got to a point where I thought I'm going to make an outline and I'm going to put categories. Okay, that fits into that category, this message from this person or this or that. And whoa, oh, I came up with, oh my gosh, like a direct message. What an adventure. What an adventure that God would give us a code to find our way back home. All right. Have I blown your mind about who you are a little bit? Some of you are actual royalty because they hid that fact. Anyone who was connected to royalty, they hid it in the locked boxes that Phil talks about. They're about to unlock those boxes and you'll find out who I am. And if you have royal roots, you're going to find out who you are. Do you know that they had a way? There was a body code, a birth code. The cabal had a way to determine who the geniuses were. What did they do? They marked them. They hid it. They marked them and they ruined a lot of them. My friend was a very high level genius. They found her in the 60s and they ruined her till, people think the direct opposite of her. But she's going to get on the med bed and she's going to get it back. They were afraid of you. Why? Who are you? I'm glad they delayed long enough that I could find out who I was and get a glimpse into who you are. We are family, a family of a higher dimension. We were drawn to each other. Who is your family? Those who recognize you, those who celebrate you, those who love you unconditionally. That's true family. Yeah. All right. We powered through. We won tonight. Yay. Oh, I love you. And I hope tomorrow is the big day. And, if it's not, you got time to do your gematria. I'll tell you, it's addictive. All right. And it'll build your faith so that you will believe that God wrote all that about you. Even um, what would be the word? Foreseeing what you're going to say tomorrow, and it ends up in your gematria today or the next day. You're like, what? He's real, and he wants you back. Come back to me. It's good. All right. So enjoy it. Enjoy the adventure. All right. I love you. And thanks for sticking in there with me. See? Why? All right, I'll stop. Why did you stick in there with me for 5 attempts when I'm freaking out? All right. Good night. I love you. All righty. Good night.